Yo guys, what's up? What's going on? Today we're going to be bringing you some tips for what game you should be playing on Twitch. I know this was especially difficult for me because I really love interacting with the chat and I needed a place where I could get a chat that was active and very supportive and I could have a good time with. And, that really plays into your game and how much you can grow when you're doing it. So I'm gonna bring you some advice if you are kind of in the same boat as me, or you want to know what kind of game you should be playing on Twitch when you're streaming. So one thing to consider when you first start is how many streamers are there playing your game? Is there, 10 streamers? Is there 20 streamers? Is there over 100 streamers? So one thing I would really recommend to you guys is really think about um what kind of or how many streamers there are. So if you're buried down at the bottom of the list because you have no viewers because you're starting out, and then you're not going to build a you're not going to build a community very fast. But if there's not enough people streaming your game, you're not going to get any viewers because obviously there's not a want for the game because not enough people are streaming it, which happens in a lot of cases. So you usually want a good community that has a good amount of streamers in the community, but you don't want too much. You kind of have to decide this for yourself. For example, League of Legends, way too big of a community, way too big. You're never going to be seen there. There's way too many streamers, way too many. There's no way in hell you're going to be seen. I mean, you can try it, but I can tell you right now, there's going to be no way you're going to be seen. And it's going to be very hard to grow at the beginning. Very, very hard. Alright, so let's go on to the next tip. How many viewers are there? And are they just in one stream? Are they in more than one? Normally, if you have a game you want to play, but there's one person streaming it with 10,000 people watching it, you're not going to want to stream it at that time at least. But if it's just for that one time, then you're normally okay with that. But um, you don't want to play a game that has a community only built for one streamer. I mean, that's not what you want. Like, Arma 3 is really for Lyric. I mean, Lyric and Timac. And for you to kind of get in that community, I mean, it's going to be hard because you have Lyric streaming it most of the time, or Timac, and they're going to dominate the boards. And it's kind of hard to build your community there. But if you have a game where it's a generally stable number of viewers, and there's not one or two people totally dominating the board with an overwhelming amount of viewers, that's what you're gonna want. That's the kind of game you're gonna want to build your community kind of fast. One really important thing, guys, is do you enjoy the game? All right, you don't want to play a game you don't want to you don't want to play a game you don't enjoy. So really, you want to know, is the game you're looking at streaming, is it pleasurable enough for you to play? Are you going to be so bored, or are you going to be so miserable in the stream that it's not even going to be fun streaming? Or is it going to be okay? And are you going to enjoy it enough, And you have to figure out if you're willing enough to play your not favorite game because it's not worth streaming. You have to figure that out because if you're not, then you might as well not stream it. I mean, I hate to be honest with you guys, but I mean that's kind of how it is. If you're not if you want to play your favorite game, play your favorite game. But if you're not going to get anywhere streaming it. I mean, you can still stream it, but it's just going to take you a lot longer. What should you not stream? Um, really, guys, as a general overview, if you go to Twitch and you go to browse games, the first two rows you want to stay away from, and especially games like League of Legends, Counter Strike, Hearthstone, Dota 2, most of the time WoW, most of the time Minecraft, sometimes Destiny, sometimes Black Ops 3 right now, or any other Call of Duty that recently comes out. And really, any of those games you want to stay away from. It's an oversaturated community, and you're never going to be noticed there. You're never going to be noticed. Now, that's kind of the reason why you shouldn't play them. But yes, you can still stream them if you enjoy your games. It's just going to be a lot longer to grow your community. And, it's a grind, guys. It really is a grind to start streaming. And it sucks. It does. It really, really does. But that's kind of what you have to deal with. is really what you have to deal with. And when should I swap games? So, this is kind of one of the things I'm struggling with now, is I want to figure out when should I swap games? Is there a certain time I should start swapping games? Is there, a certain way you should do it or anything else? Or, I mean, I think the best way to do it is do it gradually. I see that if you swap games and you never play the other game you were playing before, it's not going to be good. People are going to be always in your chat talking about that game or be asking about that game or when you're going to play it next. Or you don't want that, all right? You want to be nice and gradual. Maybe start off with one time of the week or one of your stream times you're going to start playing it. And then from gradually, you start removing times you're playing the other game and you're going to do it. If you have a small community and that are semi-loyal, you're not most likely going to swap games at that point. Because if you have that much, most likely out of those people, the loyal people are going to stay with you. But the non-loyal people are going to just be there for the game. And so that's not good. You don't want to lose those viewers. So you want to kind of stay with that game for a little bit longer so you can kind of hopefully transition them over to loyal people. And if you have enough loyal people already that you feel comfortable streaming with, and that's the community you want to build from, then you can swap games. I would just say go right ahead, go swap games. That would probably be the good time to do it. Is when you have enough loyal viewers that you're happy enough with the viewer count that you will have, and yeah, that's honestly some of my tips for what games you should be playing on Twitch, when should you swap games, anything of that sort. I just want to thank you guys for watching. This is just some of my tips. These are obviously not professional tips. These are just personal opinions of mine, and I thought I'd help out the rest of you guys who are struggling with things like this. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.